Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome to this video. This is John from Programming Knowledge and this is part 16 guys of our video tutorial series for C. And in this video guys, we're going to discuss another type of loop, which is for loop. So from the previous tutorials, we have discussed already what is while loop, what is do while, and how it can be used in our C programming or C programs. So as I've said guys, in this video we're going to discuss for loops, and of course we're going to describe the syntax of for loops. Okay, so the syntax for loops guys is like this. I'm going to copy and paste this here. So we have here the for keyword, and then we have the open and close parenthesis, in which we can there are like three statements that are available for us. So the first one is the init or initialize, and then the second statement is the condition, and the third one is increment, or it could be also decrement. Okay, so these three statements inside this open and close parenthesis is separated by semicolon. Okay, and of course guys, each of this statement plays a big role in our for loop. Okay, now we can try to implement our very simple for loop. So for example, let's declare a variable for our for loop. Inside the initialize statement, we could initialize a variable right here, like for example int x equals 0. So we could do that here. We could initialize our variable into something like 0, or it could be 1 if you want to start 1. So basically guys, it is the same as declaring the variable here. So int x 0. So you could also do that here. Initialize the value to x. So this two is just the same. So basically we're just declaring the variable and setting the initial value, say for example 0 or 1. Now the second statement for this particular for loop, we could add the condition. So the condition is something like this. We could check if the x variable is less than or equal to 5, just like what we have from the while loop and do while loop. So we're checking if the value of the variable is less than or equal to 5. And of course, the last part or the last statement for this particular open and close parenthesis for loop, you could add the increment, or it could be the decrement depending on the initialize the condition, of course, in your for loop. So for example, we want for now is to increment. So you could actually do this like this: x equals x plus 1 inside the for loop. And then of course guys, the statements inside the curly braces. So the statements, you could execute statements right here. So for example, printf the value of x colon, and then the format specifier %d \n to have a new line, then specify our variable x, and then end this off with a semicolon, just like this. So guys, basically what we're trying is to display the value of the variable x each iteration of this particular loop. So we could build and run this application and see how it works. Now we have this output. The value is 1, the value is 2, the value is 3, the value is 4, and 5. So guys, I'm going to explain to you how we come up with this output. So at first guys, we declare the variable x and initialize the value into 1. So now the value for our x is 1. Okay, so value of our x is 1. Okay, and then let me write first is equal, or x is equal or less than or equal to 5, and then increment. Okay, so for example, at the first iteration of this for loop, we have initialized the value into 1, or yeah, the value of x into 1, and then we try to evaluate the statement is x is less than or equal to 5. So of course x is less than 5, since the value of x equals to 5, so this returns true. Then it will execute the statement, the value of x, it should be x right there, is 1. Okay, and then after this, after execution of this particular statement, it will increment the value of our x. So at the second iteration, it will be 2. Okay, so of course 2 is less than 5, so that's basically the condition will return true, and then of course it will display the value of x is 2, and then another iteration 3, so 3 is less than or equal to 5, right? And obviously the 3 is less than to 5, so basically it will return true, and then display this statement, and until the x will become 6. Okay, 6, and then it will evaluate is 6 less than or equal to 5. So basically this is false, and then it will terminate the loop, or it will end the loop itself. So that's how we got this output. The value is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this particular output, guys, is incremented. So the value of our x is increment, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But anyway, guys, we could, make it like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we will initialize our variable x differently. So for example, let's try to revise our for loop, and we will start from 5. Okay, so the initial value of our x is equal to 5. And of course, we will check if, so for example, is x is greater than or equal to 1. So now we're doing the reverse of the increment. And of course, guys, you can, add the increment statement just like this, x equals to x minus 1. And of course, you can use the post increment that we have discussed from earlier videos in this particular series. So you could do it like this, x minus minus, and then we could, display the value of our x. Okay, so let's try this once again and build and run our application, and of course we're going to get the reverse output. Okay, so we have here the initial value 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, so guys, of course you can always try to, add another for loop inside this loop. So as what we have from the previous tutorials, we have like the nested if and else statement. And of course, guys, you could also have nested for loops or nested while loops in your program. So for example, like this, you could, add another for loop here. So for example, int y is, we will set the initial value to 1. Okay, initial value into 1, and then we could try to evaluate the statement. So for example, is y less than or equal to x, something like this. And then we could add the increment y plus plus. Okay, and then open and close curly braces, and then of course we could display the value of our x and y. So the value of x, for example, %d, and value of y is something like this. The value of x is %d, and then the value of y is %d again. Okay, and then we could also specify the value of our y. Okay, so we could, build and run our application, and of course we will get this particular output. So the value of x from initial value of our x is 5, right? So it will try to run 5 times, and then it will try to display 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for our value of our y. Okay, and then of course we have the 4, and then we also have 3, and then we also have 1 and 2 and 1. So you could do that, guys. As I've said, you can do nested for loops or nested loops in your C program. So you could increment, you could use decrement inside your loops. Okay, so, and guys, if you want to practice more about using loops, you could, try to print different patterns. So for example, you want to print a rectangle or triangle, you could display inverted triangle by using the asterisk symbol. So you could do that by using your loops. Okay, so I think that's all there is to it, guys, for this tutorial, and I hope you learned something. And if you have questions, as always, you can ask questions in the comment box below. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.